Hello folks, Rob aka MaximumRD here, and you're looking at a very empty space in the living room because I am awaiting the delivery of a brand new sectional sofa from the Brick. So unfortunately this video might be interrupted because they can be here anytime within the next hour or two. So let's get to business. Hopefully I can make it through this video before I get buzzed. Before they buzz up to deliver my sectional. So just a quick little update because you know my last few videos basically have been beer tastings, and wanted to let you know that the classic gaming will resume very shortly. I'm sure my next video will be classic gaming or computing related, but in the meantime I just wanted to let you know that I just the other night completed a deal on an Atari 5200 package, a very nice one actually, from a great fellow named 8-bit over at the Atari Age forums. Now, the interesting thing about this particular Atari 5200, well, actually, before I get to those details, let me quickly say, up to now, since I've started my retro gaming and computing collection and started my YouTube channel, etc., I have acquired some nice Atari 2600 compatible devices. I don't have an original Vader or Woody or 4-switch or 6-switch or whatever you however you describe the original models. Yet I do have a Sears Video Arcade 2, which was also known as the Atari 2800 in Japan. It's still just a 2600 compatible, but in a more slimline form factor. I quite like the Sears Video Arcade version. Also, of course, I have my ColecoVision expansion module number 1, and probably my favorite way to play Atari 2600 games currently, a nice Atari 7800 console. So those are the consoles. As for the computers, I've had a bit of bad luck so far. So far I've acquired, I think it's a 1040 STF. It's a 1040 with a floppy drive internal, and a 520 ST, I believe. And of course an Atari 800 XL. And I'm having trouble with all of them. Now, you know, I blame myself, you know, maybe my choices on which machines I purchased. I'm not talking about that brand or model, but the actual machine that I purchased. Maybe I made some bad choices. Unfortunately, the Atari 800 XL, after just a minute or two of loading a game on it, the graphics really start to get all glitchy and scrambled, so I don't know what's wrong with that. As for my two models, ST models, one, well, I'd have no way of loading games onto it at the moment anyways, because I don't have an external disk drive. And for the one with the internal, the 1040, I believe, it does not, I don't think that has a way of hooking up to a video display currently, a television. It doesn't have RF output. And Atari Computers, basically you need an Atari monitor to hook them up to generally, which again I do not have. So long story short, either I have no way of hooking it up, or the ones that I can hook up have something wrong with them, or the other one, the other ST model that I can hook up to the TV because of a cable I bought, the picture comes up fine. Unfortunately, I get a display of several little icons of bombs, these little bombs on the screen, which to my understanding represents there's some kind of problem with the actual unit itself. And again, I don't know what that is. So my history with Atari Computers has been disappointing so far, to say the least. Yes. Hopefully that will change at some point in the future. I grew up a Commodore kid. Although today I'm the collector of many consoles, I find the beauty in every system. I do own a CDI and a 3DO, and I enjoy them both. So by no means am I biased toward any system. But I would have to say, back in the day with Commodore Amigas, I was a total Amiga fanboy. My friends and family who know me well know this full well. I love the Amiga. And to be totally honest, with my experiences thus far, I haven't changed in that way at all. I still think the Commodore machines were much better. I'm not getting in any kind of thing here. There's a lot of Atari fans, and with good reason, a fine line of computer systems, but I've just had bad luck with them so far. So hopefully that will change. But in the meantime, like I said, I've enjoyed the consoles, the 2600 compatibles, and as I said, I just closed the deal with 8-bit on Atari Age for a beautiful Atari 5200 package, and not just any package. Now let me explain this. This is an excellent condition system. It includes a roller controller, nice big huge roller controller device for the 5200. Also it contains, I'm just reading the description here so you can see why my eyes are wandering. It's a four-port system, one of the originals with 4 ports instead of the later revised edition which had only 2 ports. Now some of you are already thinking, oh, the 4-port, that's the one with that weird automatic switch box mechanism where you plug the power, the AC adapter, into the switch box and then plug the switch box into your system and have 2 wires running back and forth. And there's also been a little bit of rumors, and you may have seen the AVGN video, and there's been some rumors about that system causing sparks and shocks and fires. I don't believe the fires have actually been proven. And it's got overall a bad rep for that kind of thing. Now, I've never owned one myself, so I'm not saying. I'm just going by what I've read, what I've heard, what people seem to say of it. But yeah, that was one thing people don't like about the original 4-port model. The other thing, of course, is the legendary status of the 5200 control pads, the game pads, which are not self-centering. They basically kind of stay in the direction to which you point them. So if, let's say, you're playing something like Pac-Man, you push to go right, and if you want to make a sudden turn left, you're gonna have to like move it all the way up left, and then to go up you go all the way up again. It doesn't center, which is weird for most people who are used to typical joysticks, even 2600 joysticks or game pads. You're used to it centering automatically, and then you're ready to quickly move to your next direction. Now again, I have no experience with original Atari 5200 pads, so I'm not giving my opinion on it. Some say for certain games, when you got a good set of working 5200 game controllers, that they are just fine and they're very good for specific games. But apparently for some other games like Pac-Man or some quick moving games where you need to turn on a dime, they're not the most favored controllers. But I have been recommended that at some point I should get a completely refurbished model that has these like gold contacts inside, replacement contact points and everything. You can order these refurbished, redone units that apparently last for quite a long time and work very well. So I'll definitely be looking into that, because this particular package that I ordered doesn't actually come with any controllers besides the roller controller. But that's okay, because again, it's a beautiful package. I'll get the controllers later on, but it's even got the sorry, school's out. It's even got the clear plastic coating on the top logo, the silver label across the unit, and is in very good condition. It includes, let's see here, a good list of games, including Berserk, Choplifter, Frogger, James Bond 007, Mountain King, Popeye, Cubert, Quicks, Real Sports Soccer, Real Sport Tennis, River Raid, Soccer, which is an alternate Real Sports Soccer label, Space Dungeon, Space Shuttle, Star Raiders, Star Trek, Star Wars, Vanguard, and Wizard of War, with various manuals and instructions and overlays and things like that. Oh, and how can I forget to mention, it also includes the VCS adapter. And here's a very interesting thing to note. The original Atari 5200 consoles were not compatible with the later released 2600 VCS adapter. The 2-port models were compatible with it, but this 4-port 5200 is known as the, let's see here, as it asterisk model. These were later versions of the original 4-port that Atari themselves actually modified and altered before release to be compatible with the 2600 video adapter. It may not have been before they were released. They may have been sent back to Atari, but or for whatever reason, they were actually modified Atari and made as compatible as the 2-port model with the VCS 2600 adapter, which is also being included in this package. So if you like more details on the package that I will be getting as to everything that's included, along with some beautiful pictures, I've included the link to the original Atari Age post, so you can take a look at it for yourself, and that will obviously be featured in an upcoming future video. I'm very excited to get it. Looking forward to actually experiencing an Atari 5200 myself and giving you my own personal experience and view on the system. So just a little update to let you know what's coming up. Thanks for watching. Rob out.